Hi.
How are ya?
Good. How are you?
Oh, not too shabby.
Something just happened for the. This is Dude That's Fucked Up.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
What's up? I'm Erin.
I'm Nicole. Something just happened to me right before I was emptying my bladder, as I usually do.
Yes.
Before we start recording, and this has never happened to me in 34 years of life. I was peeing and sneezed at the same time. Have you ever done that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's weird. It's like someone turns on like a fire hose for a second. It was just like shh, shh, shh. Like it just like pushed out so much pee at once.
Oh, my God. If only you knew some of the things that have happened with my pee situations. I've had scopes in my pee hole multiple times. I've peed blood.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's frightening.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you have endometriosis in your bladder.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. Hey, guys. Anyway, how's everything going this week for you?
Yeah. Hey, everyone.
I hope you're doing good.
Let's see. International Women's Day is this week. Let's talk about what we're going to release a video.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, you guys.
Oh, my God.
I can't speak to this. I want to say, you said we, but it's all you.
Well, I wrote something and produced it, but we're producing it from the podcast. Mm-hmm. So it's a Dude That's Fucked Up production. Mm-hmm. So you're involved.
Yeah. I'm your cheerleader.
Yeah, but also like quote unquote business partner, and also and it fits in nicely with things, and you've read it a few times, and since I wrote it and stuff. So I think you're very much involved. You just weren't there for filming it and stuff.
You did a lot of really cool stuff that you've never done before.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now you can add that to your resume.
Yeah. But we're going to release it.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. I created a Funny or Die page. I'm going to put it on there.
Oh my God. That's so cool.
And I'm going to put it on our YouTube, and I'm going to put it on our Facebook. So people can find it in lots of different ways, and hopefully people think it's funny. I think it's funny.
I think it's funny.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's very fun. I've spent a lot of time on it, and my friends that I've involved have spent a lot of time, so I'm very excited. So yeah. I can't believe it's finally coming out. Also, in terms of business, you're going to be on a panel on Saturday, right? No, Tuesday.
Not this. Yeah. It'll be
after.
It'll be Tuesday.
Yeah.
When this comes out. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it'll be really fun. And it's with Lauren Ober, who does the Big Listen on NPR. So,
oh my God.
She's the moderator. So, and then there's going to be a couple other local DC podcasters on the panel with me. So it'll be really fun.
Oh my God.
If I have any content to share from that with the people, I will. But it's going to be casual and cool and super fun. And my good friend Leah, she is setting the whole thing up. So it's nice to know people in the know.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I wish we could record the next episode right after the panel so I could hear, so I and everyone could hear all about it, but I feel like it's it might be too tight. So we'll just have to talk about it.
Yeah, on the next episode.
Yeah, on the next couple episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's so cool.
It's so exciting. Yeah.
But if you're in the DC area, anybody listening, how can they come see it? Can anyone come to the panel?
Absolutely. I'll share the info about it on the Facebook page.
Amazing.
And
I tweeted it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then well, and it's just for a business development, neighborhood business development in DC. So it's kind of just an open fun thing. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Doing things.
Oh my gosh, we're expanding. We're doing so many new things.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm very proud of you though. The panel thing is cool, but you're your news is way more cool because you worked really hard on it, and I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Well, we'll see. We'll see if people like it.
It's gonna be great.
I mean, I think it's funny, but I wrote it. So.
It is funny. It is really funny.
Oh,
it's
good.
like it's just such a well, you guys will see. But it's just such a like a duh, like of course, like I don't know.
Oh yeah. I think just the premise of it and like what I switched. Like it's a song parody and it was a really like it's kind of a duh.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be fun. I'm very excited and everyone in it is very good and it's just very fun.
It's great.
Yeah.
Anything fucked up though for you?
Okay, well, this is kind of related. I had someone that I had someone reach out. So I did this class show for a sketch writing class, and I just was an actor in it. Like a friend of mine that I'd met through a different class, was like, "Oh, do you want to be in the show?" So I was in it. I met all these people. Well, they eventually formed a sketch group, and they make videos and they post them on Funny or Die. And so they made one like a month or so ago that was really funny. And it's about like a Goomba Roomba type thing.
like
a mafia.
A Goomba from Mario Brothers?
No, like an actual Roomba vacuum, but it like is a mafiosa Roomba.
Goomba. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know I forget what it was called, but it's very funny. And so anyway, they reached out last week and they were like, "Hey, like on Tuesday, I think, they were like, 'Hey, we're filming another sketch. Here's the script. We'd love for you to be in it, blah, blah, blah.'" And I was like, okay. And it was about, it's really funny. And I'll share the video too, to the page when it comes out. I don't want to give it away, but anyway, I had to do like fake cocaine in it. And so they had all these different like powders. And they had like foot powder, which is like really no, I didn't snort that, but they like put it around.
Oh, I
see. Like a prop or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was in baggies and stuff everywhere.
Oh,
and
you didn't have to like? Did you actually like fake snort like?
Not foot powder, but so
like baking powder, right?
Well, no. So what they do in movies is they use powdered milk.
Oh.
Which I
Gross.
didn't. Yeah,
But...
I didn't snort that, but there was powdered sugar. And I didn't really snort it, but I did something with it where it gets everywhere, and I think it was funny. Well, we'll see when it comes out. But,
oh my God.
But anyway, it was all in my everything. And do you know what happens to powdered sugar when you add water?
It gets really pasty, right?
It turns into icing, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I had created by the end, there's like a film of like hardened icing where I was like doing my thing. I had icing face. Like it was like, it created like a thin layer and eventually like it gets kind of shiny and like, it's just weird. It's like, donut
like snail
icing.
Trails all over your face.
Yeah, but then it hardened and then I had all these like boogers. But actually it was like really good because then
Did you want to eat your boogers?
Yeah, I did. I didn't eat them. I didn't. But I licked my lips and I like licked all around my mouth.
Oh my God.
It was like all sweet. It was good. But anyway, that was weird.
Oh,
Not
God.
fucked up or anything. It was just kind of fun.
That's pretty funny. That's
yeah, it was
really
fun.
funny.
What's your fucked up thing?
Just that like it's happening and that my clothes are like starting to not fit. Like my normal clothes are starting to not fit anymore because like I'm starting to become more visibly pregnant, I guess. So that's fun. But I'm really glad that this time of our lives, athleisure is like a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's fashionable. It's fashionable, yeah, or somewhat.
Or it's like acceptable.
It's acceptable. Like you, because I'm the kind of person like I'm not like a super high maintenance person. I don't wear, super fancy clothes all the time. But like I would never ever go to the grocery store in like pajamas.
Oh, yeah. Like actual pajamas.
Like actual pajamas. And like I don't have anything against anybody who does that. I just, for me personally, like I I don't know. Like
Wait.
I'm a sweatshirt and leggings kind of person.
Okay, I was gonna ask, like, would you go in like your workout clothes or whatever?
I'm talking like like flannel,
literal
pajamas.
Like yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess there's like not a lot of difference there, but I don't know. There's something you just need to step up a little, just a slight smidge, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I feel like people in pajamas are like almost naked. I never wear my pajama pants out because I have like a weird germ thing. Like, I don't want my pajamas. I don't want my pajamas out in the world. They belong in my home. You know, like they just belong on my couch or in my bed. That's where my pajamas belong. So I don't wear them out. I don't want to. I don't know. But also, it's like it's very thin.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think like pajama bottoms are like thin and like loose and like like I don't know. So, but like leggings, like you could potentially go work out in them or go to yoga. Yeah. But in my case, I'm just wearing them because nothing is fitting my midsection properly, and we're like between seasons, and I'm just glad that like Kylie Jenner was out there in an oversized sweatshirt and leggings all the time, making it look, cool, I guess, whatever.
Well, people dress like that too because it's cute. It's
like streetwear,
like streetwear. Yeah.
So I'm just like really grateful for that, for this time of our lives, that's a thing, and I could just like be like a low key slob.
But only you're being a slob because nobody else can pick it out.
Nobody needs to know. Yeah. Nobody. It is like the upper echelon of pajama bottoms. Whoa.
Sorry.
But I So anyway, like I was saying though, I'm like not I'm not like a very fashionable person. Like, I don't know. I
would disagree. I would disagree.
I keep up, but I'm also like, I guess like
you're not a trendy person.
I'm not a trendy person.
But you're a classically fashionable person, I think.
Thank you. That was really nice.
Yeah, so, but I think you dress very nice.
So this leads me to segueing into our topic though, because we're about to talk about a time of life where fashion was rough, like very, very rough.
A lot of pop culture was rough. Music was rough.
I mean, there's some stuff that was okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay because it's nostalgic, I think, for us, but like, it's not good most of it.
I'm just glad at this time of my life, I'm pregnant in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
Well,
that's what we're going to be talking about today.
It doesn't matter because we existed during that time period.
We did.
I think I made some mistakes.
Yeah. I'm just saying my options would have been limited.
Yeah.
It would have been bad already. Like, it would have been really rough. But like, there wouldn't have been like this out of being able to wear like a yoga chic situation.
No, it would have been juicy couture head to toe.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. So we're talking specifically about one brand today.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get to that in a little bit. So but let's just like kind of set the scene a little and talk about early 2000s fashion.
Yes.
And I put fashion in quotes because it was so bad. Like, looking back on some of this shit, man. Like, I thought the 90s were kind of bad, but like.
But at least like people wore like a lot of black. I feel like the 90s just, some things were like weird, like combat boots and skirts and stuff. But actually like it's coming back and it looks good.
Well, like so what I like to see now is like when we recycle fashion, that we take what was like good about that decade of fashion, and we take the things and we like update them. I guess. Like there's still like the architecture of that style, but it's like given a nice updated kind of paint job or something. I don't know.
Like the bones are there. We just just like changed the Egger suit.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. The 2000s, the early aughts though. There's just not a lot in there that was. I don't see us coming back to it. Maybe. I don't know. Like, what can we pull out? I don't know.
Was any of it original? Like,
that's the thing. It was like an amalgamation of like
the
70s and the like 60s and the 80s, and I don't even know what else.
I think that's why it didn't work. It was just too much. Pick a lane.
Yeah, and it couldn't.
No.
So like some of the fashion that were like, maybe it's hard to remember because it was just like, what was like 10, 15 years ago, I guess, now at this point. Mm-hmm. But let's take you back to some of the items of clothing.
Yeah.
Or some of the fashions, some of the looks that were like really cool. So everything was bejeweled, first of all.
Oh, for sure.
Like that was a thing. Like you could like take classes about bedazzle. Yeah. You could buy a bedazzler.
You could. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
That was a thing. Yeah. And like you said, juicy couture, like the terry cloth, like suits, and then you could just bedazzle that, or you could buy it bedazzled.
I had one, but it wasn't juicy couture. It was it was some like O'Neill or something. It was like some
Roxy
surf
or
brand,
something.
that I bought from Tilly's. And it was like a really ugly tannish brown color. And the pants were always way too long, and they drag and get all dirty. Like, do you remember that? That was like a symptom of the trend. Was like these gross ass like bottoms of pants,
and they were like boot cut. For some reason.
Yeah, but everyone wore flip flops. So, and you'd just get all tangled up in them. It's like
you'd wear like those Steve Madden like platform shoes, you know, like with the stretchy band.
Flip flops.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like some of it, and then like trucker hats were very big.
I had those. Yeah,
everybody did.
Good, few
halter tops. Like I wore many halter tops.
Yes, you did.
Do you remember?
I remember a red one you had, and maybe a yellow one.
I had a yellow one with like a pale yellow one with like some like random little like very tasteful like rhinestones throughout, like not like big in your face, like it was bedazzled. It was like subtle, like
okay, calm down. It was bedazzled. Shut up! Don't make it sound like it was good.
It was bad, but the color of yellow was nice.
You just said it was tasteful bedazzled. No. Calm down.
I know it's bad. It's all bad.
But you had a regular one too. That was just like cotton. I feel like. Okay. You weren't like all terrific. You were like
I had great collarbones.
Yep.
I was tan, you know, like it was fine. Like it worked for me.
Yeah, it was cute. Good look.
But I also had like a really broad shoulders, so like
but they look nice.
But tube tops were not my friend.
Oh.
I still have broad shoulders.
Also, she no longer has broad shoulders. She had them shaved down.
No, the rest of my body just caught up to it.
No, you had shoulder plasty. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Stop lying to everyone.
Yeah, so halter tops and tube tops, bad. But most of all, the early 2000s had denim. Doing things.
Everything.
Doing everything. Doing the most. Doing things that it had no business doing. Like denim was like the all-purpose, like they're like the designers of the day were like what can we do in denim today? Like what can we do?
What can't we do?
What can't we do?
Denim lampshade? You got it.
Yeah, seriously. I just feel like I remember that being a big theme. So, like, some of the things it was doing that it had no business doing were, like, being a sport coat. Like, or...
Oh, my God.
Or being a full-length dress.
Or like a full-length trench coat.
Uh-huh.
Like a Matrix-y one.
Yeah, like a Matrix trench coat.
Or being a fucking fisherman's hat. Like those floppy bucket hats. I'm like, what? Yeah. Why?
I definitely had one of those. Oh, yeah. It had, like, denim, for some reason there was, like, the thing of where it had a lot of patches of different washes all over it, and then also like maybe some bejeweled, like, I don't know, shit thrown in too.
Do you remember the denim patchwork purse at Coach?
Yes. Do you remember the bucket hat? That's what and the wristlet. It was all a collection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have. I did buy a denim purse in Las Vegas on my 21st birthday. I was drunk.
Yeah,
and,
that's when you would buy something like that.
Yeah, and it was a guest purse. I don't think I ever used it once. I like bought it because I was drunk and I wanted to buy myself something nice. But then like when I sobered up, I was like, what? And it was like, and it had that like dirty, like brownish green treatment on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like a weird wash on it.
Yeah, that was a wash of the early 2000s, and it is not. It does not look good. It's like grass stained denim.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the
fuck are you thinking? Well, you were drunk, so it's fine.
I was drunk. Yeah, I was buzzed, but
yeah, one of the greatest things you can do in Vegas is go drunk shopping. But
it's my favorite.
It's so great.
Oh my God,
I highly recommend.
Same.
But then sometimes things like that can happen.
It happened.
But that's another example of denim doing a thing it should not have ever done, is be a purse.
And it shouldn't be grass stained and sold.
No. Also, yeah, just like being really big and ill-fitting, like Jenko jeans. Like those, I know they started in the 90s in like rave culture, but like they persisted through the early 2000s.
They
like,
did? Oh,
yeah, I remember.
feel like they, okay. I thought they went away before that.
Like they were hovering on the cusp of like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, because rave culture was still pretty big in the early 2000s.
Yeah, for sure. And then like, the denim for whatever reason, just there was like always something that had random non-functional pockets in weird places.
Yeah.
Or just no pockets at all. I remember I had a pair of jeans that had no back pockets, and I thought, like, at the time, like, my butt looked good in them, but I was also, like, 18.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, 17. Yeah.
And I was like...
It probably looked fine and everything.
But it actually makes your butt look really flat.
Yeah.
It doesn't do what you want it to do.
I remember, like, jeans had no waistband sometimes because everything was, like, super low cut, which... but no waistband was weird too. Sometimes not even a button. It would just have a zipper. It was very weird. I never had that type of stuff.
It was like you had to be like waif.
Yeah.
Because otherwise everything's just spilling over like constantly.
Well, that's the rise of the muffin top. That's really when everyone was like, oh no, this is an epidemic.
Well, it's like just stop cutting jeans horribly for people.
Just stop cutting them like where women's bodies do that naturally.
Yeah, and it was also like a time where like you would wear a G-string specifically so it like come out of the top of your fucking like no waisted pants.
Yeah, I wouldn't, but people would.
No, I did not do that.
I think I've worn a thong underwear maybe like twice in my entire life.
No, it's bad.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I just don't wear underwear.
Yeah, just free ball it.
Yeah. Like, if you don't want panty lines, just literally don't wear underwear. Like,
yeah, just like
why would you wear something that, like, is going to make your butthole irritated? Or, like,
we just had a whole conversation about this.
Or, like, your whole entire crack. Like, it's just, it's so bad.
Your whole crack. Front to back, literally. Front to back. You're a lady crack.
It's like my neck, my back.
Don't make my itchy lady crack.
It's so bad. Never again, man. Never again.
Yeah. My brother once went off on a rant. He visited me in college, and there's a picture of this conversation literally, but we were outside and we were like having beers or whatever, and my brother just makes me laugh really hard, but he was telling me some story about some girl that like was like into him or something, so he like took her on a date, and when he like went to meet her, she had no pockets on her pants, and he's like,
Sorry.
None. No front, no back. And he's like, whoa. I can't date someone with no pockets.
It's impractical.
He left the date.
Whoa. That is a snap judgment. Wow.
I think that's what happened. I'll have to ask him. But yeah, it was something like that. He's like, I can't date girls with no pockets on their pants.
I mean, it's kind of fair. It's like, well, I mean, it's not, but
Listen, we all have our standards.
Yeah. It's like.
We all have our flavors we like.
The first impression is important. Like, what does this say about a person if they just have no practicality about the clothes that they're wearing. I don't know.
They're illogical.
Frivolous.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't know how to put things in their proper place. She's going to be a mess.
Yeah, she won't have anywhere for her snacks to go.
She's going to make him hold all her shit. So I think he was onto something.
That's fair. Other things that denim had no business being, a fedora. We already said a purse. Being a belt, a bow tie, or like you said, a fisherman's hat.
Yeah.
And if you're having trouble, like, thinking this could be real, just refer back to the picture of Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears from their outfit, their denim ensemble, from the 2001 American Music Awards. Like, that is the epitome of that's the crux of the denim.
It had
dilemma.
everything. It had everything. Yeah. It had patchwork. It obviously had denim.
A sport coat.
It's a sport coat.
An ill-fitting sport coat.
It's a full-length ball gown. Ugh. It's bedazzled.
It's so bad.
Studded.
There's a purse. There's a fedora.
There's is there like a giant zipper, or is there also like, the other thing that annoyed me was like those little thin pieces of suede or leather, and you'd like lace it up like a bodice.
Oh yeah.
A denim bodice? That is bad.
Dude,
I don't like that.
I got a Christmas gift from a family member who will remain unidentified. That was like half
Was it
leather.
your Aunt Sandy?
Oh God, no. My Aunt Sandy is a legend and a fashion icon, and
I was
she
just
would
making
never.
Sure. Okay, I was just making sure. Go on.
No, it was from the other side of the family. It was a denim and leather, and I was like maybe 12 at the time, and I was
Wait,
just like,
what was it? A shirt?
Like, I think so. I think it was a shirt. But I was like 12 at the time, and I think it was like a crop top too. So I was like, this is inappropriate. So this is like mid 90s though. So it was like, I don't know.
It was early
like
on the trend.
It was like Dallas Cowboys chic, but like it was not good for like a 12, 13-year-old girl. So yeah,
it was rhinestone cowboy chic.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, denim was rough, and we all were doing some things like in the early 2000s, and like we're not going to judge your sartorial choices. Like if you still kind of like maybe have some holdovers from the early 2000s, like it's fine, but
Patagonia makes trucker hats.
Yeah. Like it's not as bad now. It's just as long okay. This is what you need to get rid of. Yeah. If you're still holding on to it, maybe keep holding on to it for if you're going to have a dope ass Halloween costume or something that's like super like, I don't know, like, because we're far enough away now. We're almost 20 years past the early 2000s.
People in college are probably having 2001 parties. We had 80s parties.
Like millennium parties. Like, seriously.
That sounds fun.
It actually does sound kind of fun. Yeah. Big Willie style.
Oh, I was just going to say, do you think they're playing Millennium?
Millennium, yeah. But like, okay, either make a cool Halloween costume out of these items or throw them away. Like, don't even give them to Goodwill because nobody wants them.
Okay, go.
Just a Von Dutch trucker hat.
Okay.
No, bad. Get rid.
Regular trucker hat. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as it doesn't say fucking Von Dutch on it.
Okay.
Get it out of here. Maybe it's worth money on eBay these days. I don't know. Maybe try to sell it.
I was wondering. Yeah.
I bet it is. A Juicy Couture tracksuit, which we mentioned. That is not like frayed and dirty at the bottom. Like even if it's still pristine, like still get rid of it. Or try to sell it on eBay. I don't know.
Especially if it's bedazzled.
A tube top. We're not doing that anymore. It's not good. It's not good.
I feel like tube tops could come back. Like, I feel like they will come back because they're one of those things like halter tops that will like keep having a cycle. But right now, I don't think they have a place.
There's like a very specific like outfit you can wear, like as an outfit you can do with it, and it's just like it's just hard. I don't know.
All I can think of is someone that we know from high school who would wear tube tops literally every day and like the tightest pleather pants.
Oh my God, I know exactly who you're talking about.
You do?
Yeah.
Mouth it. Oh no.
Oh.
But
okay.
but I was thinking what? No, but that's
damn
good
it.
too. What about
I don't know what that I can't I don't know. I still can't figure it out. I still can't figure it out.
Let me wait, I'm gonna scribble it on a piece of paper.
Okay. Oh yeah, this person did it was doing all of the things.
I'm pretty sure her entire face was covered in like shimmery eyeshadow too.
Oh yeah.
Like
before highlighter was a thing, she was like really making it happen. But I remember very vividly in English class her G-string just like coming out
everywhere.
No shade, but you know, she was just like the epitome of that
trend.
The trend, all the trends really.
Agree.
Of the early 2000s.
Totally. That's who I think of every time.
So true. Okay, back to the list of things you need to throw away or burn or whatever. Flared corduroy pants. Or any corduroy pants for that matter.
I wore corduroy pants on Friday.
No. Throw them away. First of all, they trap your farts. Get them out of here. If you haven't washed them, go smell them. If you farted in them, you're gonna...
I don't fart in my pants.
Oh, yeah, I bet you do. I'm just saying. That's what my dad always told me, and I believe him.
You do.
Yeah. Also, like, they're just not good. They're not good. Why?
They're cute. No, they're cute. I like roll up the bottoms a little bit, and they're just like
Are they
black.
very fine bone?
Yeah,
like
yeah. You could barely tell they're corduroy pants.
They're like almost velvety. That's fine.
No, I don't know.
All right, well.
Yeah,
to me,
anyway.
corduroy is like the equivalent of what wearing the sound a tuba makes. Like, it's like you're wearing the sound of a tuba. I don't know. They're just they're just not
Loud.
good. They're not good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and they make noise when you walk.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could start
yeah.
a fire with that shit.
It's like sandpaper when you're mine are so worn down in between the thighs that it doesn't make a sound anymore. It's like smooth right there. It's like what happens to suede over time, how it becomes like hardened leather.
You've created a patina with your thigh.
Yeah.
Your thigh area. I love it. It's
They're
great.
fine.
They're fine. It's fine. All right.
It's fine.
I'll give you a
whatever.
pass.
You can have your opinion. I don't give a shit.
Okay. Well, that's mine.
Okay.
Any kind of also for the pile is any asymmetrical scarf or jersey skirt that's like a midi length, you know?
Oh,
do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so. I remember jersey skirts being popular, but I remember them being like long.
Like they cut like across.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
You're saying an asymmetrical one. Yes.
Yeah, asymmetrical.
An asymmetrical dress, anything asymmetrical bothered me. But what was an asymmetrical scarf?
Like the asymmetrical scarf skirt, like in a pattern of like the scarf material.
For sure had one of those. For sure, I for sure had both of those.
We all did.
Okay.
I'm thinking of Julia Stiles circa 10 Things I Hate About You, like kind of like vibe. Is that
okay?
Is that
that's tracking?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Get rid of any camo cargo pants / shorts or cargo anythings really.
Oh, I was thinking you meant camo anything. You're right.
Camo, yeah, I mean, you know, it's practical for some people if you're like a hunter, so I can't, you know.
Or like in the military.
Or in the military.
Well, I feel like camouflage is pretty in right now because the 90s are having that resurgence. Like so like camo with like a black tank top with like a choker. I don't know.
If you can do it
sounds
tastefully.
Like a mess.
If you can do it tastefully, I guess, but like
I'm not into it.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah, I have seen some really cool like sneakers that were had camo on them and stuff. But yeah.
Okay, those are all. That's That's my list of just things.
Okay.
Gotta go.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, but one of the things that sticks out, like a sore thumb.
Like first thing to go in your trash pile.
The first thing. I'm sorry it took me so long to get down the list to this, but
there's a lot.
If you still own, though, any Ed Hardy, and that's okay. If you still do and you still wear it, that's okay. But I'm just advising you as a friend,
as a mentor, to mentee,
as a non-style icon. No, as a person who I just want the best, for you. Get it out of here.
Get it out. Exorcise those demons from your home and your closet.
There's so many things in the world now. Like, you don't even have to wear a brand because nobody gives a shit about that anymore.
Yeah.
Get yourself a capsule wardrobe, which is just like very basic, and stick with that.
I thought you were going to say get yourself a capsule, put your Ed Hardy shirts in it, bury it in your backyard.
Yeah,
if it ever becomes popular again, you didn't get rid. You have it. Dig it back up. Wear that shit again.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah. It's a compromise.
It's a compromise.
No, but really, the shit is not cool. Everybody hates it, and you shouldn't wear it.
Yeah, it's not
Just
a good.
Google it.
It's not a good, or keep it for the costume party that we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
It would be a really fun Halloween costume. Okay.
Yep.
So if you guys don't remember Ed Hardy, or like know what we're talking about, which I think it would be hard to not know what Ed Hardy is.
You gotta know. Yeah, you
at this point, because it was such a global phenomenon at one point in the early aughts. Mm-hmm. So it's based on designs and imagery from a real person who exists in the world named Don Ed Hardy. So Ed Hardy is an actual person, but his first name's Don. So he's one of
those people that goes by his middle name.
Yeah. Don Ed Hardy is a tattoo artist from Southern California who came into popularity like in the 60s after studying under, he was a student of Sailor Jerry. Like, Sailor Jerry, like the
rum.
The rum. No.
Rumpelstiltskin?
Sailor Jerry Collins was a real person as well, and he was like a famous tattoo artist. The Sailor Jerry made those like cool, like maritime kind of, naked lady kind of tattoo like designs that became really popular.
Isn't like every bottle has like a different, my dad's a big Sailor Jerry's fan.
So good.
It's so good, but he loves collecting the labels because like on the inside of every label is a different like design.
Yeah.
So and my dad lives on a boat, so it all works together.
Yeah, it's very real. These are real people. Yeah. So, but Don Ed Hardy, he actually studied after studying under Sailor Jerry. He studied in tattooing in Japan in the 70s under the Japanese classical tattoo master Heyday, who is like, very, I guess, he like tattooed all the Yakuza and shit.
Yeah, all the mafia, the Japanese mafia.
Mm-hmm. So this is like all very real, very like cool cred, actually.
Yeah. Street cred.
Yeah, and so he became.
Yeah, because this guy's from Newport Beach.
Yeah,
it's fucking bougie.
Yeah, like but he grew up in Southern California, so it's like everything. Yeah. But he became recognized for incorporating the Japanese tattoo aesthetics into his classic American style technique. Yeah. So as it goes, this guy, Don Ed Hardy's written tons, like over 25 books about tattooing and alternative art with his wife. And he actually, in my opinion, is like a pretty fucking cool dude. And I actually really enjoy his original artwork. Mm-hmm. And he's still very involved in the art community in San Francisco. That's where I think he lives now permanently. He oversees and mentors artists out of his San Francisco studio, Tattoo City. And he's been making like, well, I don't think he actually actively makes art anymore, but he not only does tattoo-based art, he does like printmaking, drawing, and painting. And so he's legit. He's a legit artist, and he deserves to be recognized as such. And even though
I feel like that's so contradictory to what we're saying.
Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't know about all this.
Life is hard.
Yeah, it's art, but it's very hard when. So, all that said,
what happened?
How did this become what it is now? So, if you remember, Ed Hardy was very, very popular amongst celebrities. I mean, we're talking like A-list celebrities. Wore the shit out of these designs. But it wasn't like Ed Hardy was behind all this. Like, he licensed all of his work at like throughout the 80s and beyond. So he actually ended up licensing his imagery and artwork over like I think 70 times. So that's a lot. That's a lot.
Dude, that seems like a really bad decision for an artist to make.
Listen, you got to make money. And this is why a lot of artists starve.
But then is it like greed? If you've licensed it over 70 times, you're literally saying yes to every single opportunity that comes your way, which is a no-no.
But I mean, it's like, it's so good that people want it. So
it's good. Yeah, but oh, something may taste good, but you shouldn't eat all of it. You know what I mean? It's like moderation.
It's like antifreeze tastes good, but don't drink it. Just kidding. I don't know what antifreeze tastes like.
Me either. I was like, does it?
It's supposed to be sweet, apparently.
Oh, great. We've started the antifreeze challenge now.
Oh, great. Well.
Oh, it's supposed to be sweet. That's why you could, like, murder people with it.
Yeah, but I think they changed it or something.
Oh, that's good. It shouldn't taste good.
But yeah, so he over-licensed the shit out of his imagery. Ed Hardy did. Yeah. And one of the biggest licensees that he accumulated over the years was Christian Audigier. So this Christian Audigier is like a very, very prominent French designer at the time. Mm-hmm. He came into prominence because he was behind Von Dutch.
Yeah.
Which it all is starting to come together.
He was the mastermind behind Von Dutch.
So Von Dutch was another American subculture artist named Kenny Howard. So he also
Kenny Howard.
He also like licensed. He was another artist who like licensed a lot of his work and imagery. To make money, and so it's just like, what do? You gotta eat. So it's just the wrong person gets a hold of it.
Or like you're not like, I just feel like maybe you're not savvy about that sort of like about licensing, and you don't write in all the right kind of like parameters of like how your brand can be used, how much it can be used.
Yeah.
Like it's good to license things, and you should make money. Otherwise, why are you creating art? You want people to see it. But like you need to have an understanding of like how that's going to affect the demand for it or whatever. It just wasn't good. It just wasn't good decisions.
Well, I mean, how could you know that what would happen would happen? So
true.
And we're going to get into the philosophical discussion of this a little bit later, but let's just talk a little bit about Christian Audigier. He got popular from Von Dutch, which part of his genius, I guess you could say, was marketing like wholeheartedly, unabashedly, no shame to celebrities.
For sure, because like Paris, Britney, they made Von Dutch popular at the time. Ashton, Kutcher.
He would literally just go up to like a celebrity in a restaurant, if there was a celebrity in the restaurant he was eating at, and he would always have like something like a Von Dutch hat or whatever, or Ed Hardy shirt or whatever on him, and he'd be like, will you put this on? Will you wear this?
Yeah.
Like, and like, just like guerrilla style, like
smart,
go, like he had no qualms about like approaching celebrities. And so once, Naomi Campbell has on a Von Dutch hat, it's like, all right, here we go. Like, and it's just like they're getting pics snapped and put into Us Weekly and People Magazine, and it's just like instant free, millions of eyes on this famous person, and it's free publicity, free marketing. It's pretty genius, actually. But
that's why I bought that shit, because I saw it in Us Weekly. Yeah. It's like, all the celebrities are wearing it. I want a Von Dutch hat.
Yeah, of course. Like, of course.
Yeah.
So he gets really popular, and then so he gets the license for Ed Hardy, and he does pretty much the same thing that he did with Von Dutch to Ed Hardy. So celebrities are wearing his shit. Like every A-list, like every celebrity, like Madonna, Jessica Alba, David Beckham. I mean, I don't know Jessica Alba. Like, she's like,
she was like pretty big at the time.
Yeah.
And and I mean, look at her evolution too. Like like she's very like buttoned
savvy
up and like she's known as like a fashionable celebrity and stuff.
Yeah.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, David Beckham, did we say? Like, so many of these celebrities were wearing the shit.
Yep. Mariah Carey, Shakira, all like the top celebs at the time of the, early aughts were just like rocking all this shit. And I mean, you could go find an old Us Weekly or whatever, and you could flip through, or you could just like Google right now, like, and you would see they're all the celebrities are wearing this shit.
To get a list of the celebrities, I literally Googled celebrities wearing Ed Hardy, and I just picked out the famous ones, the good ones. Yeah. There's a lot of maybe BC and definitely D-list celebrities, which we'll get to. They're the most prominently featured, but there was regular celebrities wearing the shit.
Oh yeah, so like for a time, and he had a golden era of just all these celebrities like loving his shit. Michael Jackson at one point said he was the king of fashion.
Which, that man made some bad fashion choices. So take that with a grain of salt.
Sure. But the king of pop, like, or whatever, just dubbing somebody that, like, is pretty, that's carries some weight. And Madonna at one point gave him a massive framed picture of herself with the inscription, quote, "Christian, without your clothes, I would be naked."
Huh. So
she was
wearing it a lot.
A big Ed Hardy stan. She loved it.
Her Ed Hardy shirts were like death in her rotation, like nonstop, and all the time.
She was like friends with Christian Audigier. Yeah. She like loved him. So he got in there. He really found a way to get in and find a niche with all these celebs and really market the clothes that because he would take the image and he would like just bastardize it, though, is what would happen with it. He would just bling it out, bedazzle it. He even I think he like made a piece a piece of clothing at one point that just had his name all over it. And I think like Don Ed Hardy was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, it just said Ed Hardy, Ed Hardy, Ed Hardy.
No, it said Christian Audigier over and over. Yeah. But like in the style of Ed Hardy. So.
It was definitely the epitome of exactly what we talked about in terms of fashion of the early 2000s, of too many things going on at once. It had it had an animal print, but it also had a big like splash of yellow, but it also had heart, but it also had it had like so much going on, but it also had glitter, but it also had bedazzled, like it's
airbrushed like shit. Yeah. Like it was just like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's just too much, but it still carried the imagery of Don Ed Hardy. Like it was just, I don't know. Well, and his name was slapped on everything too. So it's just
A-list celebrities make your shit look good. Like, that's, you know, and Ed Hardy accused Christian Audigier of being basically like a starfucker, essentially. Yeah. And there's a quote from him that I found that's so funny. He said, Christian worships celebrities so much, he will get next to anyone who is famous for anything. He could have gotten Charles Manson in a shirt. If he could have gotten Charles Manson in a shirt, he would have.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
Like, crazy.
Yeah. Well, and so what happens, though, like, when you market all your stuff to famous people is that they can have, like, major falls from grace. And so, as we know. So that's what happened. So what ended up happening, it's just like a big gamble. Celebrity status and fame in general are just very finicky and very tricky. So it ends up being that over time, a lot of these people that were wearing his shit were starting to get in the D list. And
even if it was just temporarily.
Yeah, and that's when things just really started going downhill because you associate this brand with fuckery, basically. Yeah, like
totes. Or like just shitty garbage antics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the same thing. But this is when, unfortunately, this is also the era of like Britney and Kevin Federline.
Yeah.
And Britney, we all know, had like a hard time and didn't have strong guidance in her life as she was becoming an adult, and she started making some real bad choices. And a lot of this kind of coincided first with Von Dutch.
Yeah.
And like Juicy Couture. She was very famous for like wearing that stuff all the time. And
then she started not having any shoes on when she'd go into gas station bathrooms. And it just all kind of spiraled from there for her. Yeah. And all the while she's like rocking this brand. And people are just like kind of associating like just negative things with Ed Hardy.
This is like the point of saturation. I'm sure everyone can remember this. So, it's circa 2008, Melrose Avenue. Britney's ready.
Setting the scene.
Yeah, let me set the scene. I'm going to paint a picture for everyone. Yeah. This is the pinnacle of saturation, in my opinion. Well, it maybe goes, you think this is the pinnacle of saturation,
right?
And then
this is just the beginning.
2 more steps further. Yeah.
This is the source of the waterfall.
Yeah. This is, the impetus.
The spring from whence it came. Set the scene.
Okay. Melrose Avenue, circa 2008. Britney's ready to frap it up. But she hasn't washed her rat tail extensions in 5 days. She goes to her closet for a hat so she can poorly disguise herself in her Range Rover, and she sees it. An updated trucker hat with a skull on it. It has hearts. It has fire. It has snakes. It has cheetah print. So she grabs that hat. She gussies up her nasty little extensions. She puts on her... By this point, she wasn't wearing a full Juicy Couture outfit. She was just wearing the pants. Yeah. With also an Ed Hardy shirt that looked very similar to the hat, but very different. It was chaotic.
Yeah.
She gets in her car. She heads down to Starbucks, and she gets photographed.
Yeah. And thus enters the zeitgeist. and no shade to Brit, but
no, we love her.
We love her, but
it was a hard time, and that's basically what she was famous for at the time. Is like going to Starbucks and getting a frappuccino. Like she wasn't doing anything much. Like she wasn't like making music really at that time. Yeah. She was having a hard time.
Yeah,
and. That's sad, but also
she's just trying to live.
Yeah, she was just trying to live, but like she was wearing all this garbage clothing.
Yeah, it was a rough time. It was rough for everybody. It was rough for us to like witness that. I remember it being sad. Yeah. But it
got worse.
It got worse. Not just for Brit, but for like the entire Ed Hardy brand.
Yeah.
It just really went downhill from there.
It got worse for Britney, but we're not going to go down that path today. We're going down the Ed Hardy path.
If you're looking at a chart right now, they run parallel but are different. So, and I would argue she's done great since that little rough patch. So, but for Ed Hardy, the brand, it just got really, really rough. So, it's like aggressive marketing, aggressive opening of like brick and mortar shops, which had worked pretty well for Von Dutch. But at this point in time, just the oversaturation, I think, is what started happening.
Well, it went even further too, because like even like huge, like they opened up like Ed Hardy stores. I remember one in
Vegas.
In Vegas? Oh, I was gonna say in New York City. There was one in like on the Lower East Side, or like Soho actually. Yeah. But yeah, and it was big. But also like stores like Macy's were licensing this shit. Yeah, and it's like, dude, no. Like if you're trying to make this a premium brand, you can't give it to everyone. That's a problem.
Yeah. And so when that happens, like, then anybody can wear it. So you have the cast of Jersey Shore, and you have like all of these, you know, really D-list people just wearing the shit out of it and loving it.
Yeah. Oh, when I Googled celebrities wearing Ed Hardy, I saw a pre-famous Kim K wearing it with her old face, and she actually looked very cute.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean,
that was the old days.
Anytime I think about her and Paris Hilton hanging out, all I could think about is that gif where that girl's like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And she like literally pushes Kim out of the way to take a picture with Paris. It's just
chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, so it's just on a downward spiral. And then I think one of the worst things that could happen to a brand is John Gosling of John and Kate plus 8, and I put a million quotation marks around fame.
I like that you said John Gosling like he's related to Ryan Gosling.
Is it not Gosling?
It's Goslin.
Goslin. Oh, yeah. God.
I mean, it's just a slight difference, but it made me think of Ryan Gosling, and they're like, nothing alike.
That's how little regard I have for this man, is that I don't even know what his actual last name is. So if you remember, I won't fault you if you don't. John Gosling, whatever, he's the one that helped his wife Kate have 8 babies. Ooh. They like, you know. This is like a TLC show.
Yeah. Oh, this was like the beginning of these types of shows.
Yeah, this was like, they had 8 kids. So John and Kate plus 8 was like a very popular show.
How many is quintuplets?
That's 5.
5? Okay, I think they had 3 kids and then quintuplets.
Oh, okay. They already had, okay.
Because there was like some older ones that they were like really shitty too.
She didn't have octuplets?
No. She wasn't Octomom.
Oh, my Lord. There was an Octomom. Remember her?
Yeah, I know. God. I remember all this stuff. It's fascinating.
God. It is so rough.
Anyway. Let's do an episode on Octomom.
Oh, dude. What a time.
Where is she? We don't know.
Who cares? All I care about are these poor children. I swear. But yeah, so fucking John Goslin, whatever the fuck his name is, their marriage falls apart. He's a piece of shit. He like takes some sort of mistress, I guess, if that's like that's like too highbrow, I think, for him.
No, they were separated though. It's just a girlfriend.
They called his like this girl. I think he like cheated on Kate like while they were still married. Like,
oh, I don't know.
And they called her his mistress. It was just like so shitty. But so the point is, like, they're in the public eye. They have this like very popular like reality television show,
like quote unquote wholesome.
Quote unquote wholesome. And it just devolved though into like this garbagey like very just very salacious shitty story. But he comes out of it looking like a complete and total
piece of shit
because he is. So there's like, from this time on, there's just like all these pictures of him like partying it up, boozing it up, hanging out with his new girlfriend, and they're just like decked head to toe in Ed Hardy. Like
every time
they take a picture of him, he's just like sweaty and greasy looking in an Ed Hardy shirt. He's, looking really bloated in an Ed Hardy shirt. Like, it's just like, it's so bad.
Balding, sweaty in an Ed Hardy shirt.
Sweaty, not hanging out with his kids, being a deadbeat dad in an Ed Hardy shirt. So,
dude.
And as if it wasn't bad enough that like the cast of Jersey Shore is just like spokespeople for this, which actually some of the Jersey Shore people are more endearing and have like some better qualities. Well, they were at least
like young people with no responsibilities.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, also like talking about Christian Audigier being a starfucker, this dude and John Gosselin become bro friends.
Yeah.
They're like hanging out, partying together, clubbing.
Yeah, it's like he just doubled down on this somehow for some reason. I don't know why he did that. I don't know.
Also, like, I'm sorry, but people that can't understand different levels of fame and like why people are famous, I don't like I don't get it.
Right.
Why and how? It's like this guy is not good famous.
Right.
Don't attach yourself to him, but he couldn't see.
He needed a PR person like a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. A retroactive Back to the Future PR person fixing this shit.
Yeah, but they did. They hung out a lot. Like, there's a lot of pictures of them, like, clubbing and hanging out and doing, like, broing it up. So that was the beginning. It was already the beginning of the end, but, like, that was, like, the real kind of, I think, the nail in the coffin for the brand. And then I think the license was reclaimed by Don Ed Hardy in like 2010.
There were some lawsuits.
There was a lot of lawsuits because he was finally fed up with like the trash that was associated with his artwork and imagery. So he got it back, and I don't know that he can repair the damage that's been done, but here's hoping. And the final, I guess, act of this is that, so the brand is like still a thing you can buy, but Christian Audigier passed away in 2015 from bone cancer. Okay. And he was only 57 at the time, so that's very sad.
That's sad, but also Erin's not reading the funny part of this, which is when she said the actual nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
because he died.
Like John Gosselin was the figurative nail in the coffin, but this is like the literal nail in the coffin. Yeah, when he actually died. Well,
it's sad, but it's also sad. I just thought it was funny how she wrote it.
I skipped over it because I was like, "Is that mean?"
It doesn't matter. We can edit it out, but I think it's funny.
I know. So the brand was already struggling. Like at the time of his death, he didn't have the license for it anymore. And it was already fading out of, it had been out of popularity probably since like 2010, since like the beginning of the tens.
When Macy's got rid of it. Oh, so I guess like Ed Hardy blames a lot, not even the oversaturation. I don't think he necessarily blames the oversaturation from what I read. It's more that he blames like the characters that got associated with it, like John Gosselin, which you definitely can't help. You can't predict that. You don't know what's going to happen. And that's one of the things about putting your art into the world or your name or whatever that's got to be hard, because people can pick it up and run with it and you have no control over it at that point. But I think also the saturation was a really huge part of it.
Absolutely.
As well. And I remember he like Macy's pulled the brand, and they mentioned it was because of characters like John Gosselin. So Ed Hardy like really kind of clung to that. But I think it's just like an amalgamation of things.
Yeah, I think it just really got out of hand.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the main reasons, like the ebb and flow of fashion in general is just like,
Yeah.
if you don't keep up with it, and if you don't, I don't know.
Reinvent it.
If you don't reinvent it, if it's just like always in your face and like purposefully tacky, then it's, because like I understand the purpose of what Christian Audigier was trying to do with Ed Hardy. Like I get it, but there all the other like surrounding things just really led to the downfall of it. And it's like, this is what happens. Like, you get the oversaturation, you get the non-family family friendly people wearing it and like being shitheads in it. And I don't know. It's just it's just bad.
Well, and it's like I feel like people did stand up for the brand, and I think you could still stand up for the brand in what they were trying to do and trying to accomplish. Like, it's just hard because it's hard to evolve something with the purpose of being like over the top.
Yeah, and like in
how
your
do
face.
you? Yeah, especially if the trend, coming off of that is like more subtle and like less is more and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but actually there's a really funny quote from someone named Simon Doonan, who was the creative ambassador at large for Barney's in New York, which is a very, very highbrow, high-end department store, essentially, in New York City. And he said, criticizing Ed Hardy for being cheesy is like saying that Elvis was flashy or that Liberace was tacky. He said, it's a giant case of duh, of course it's cheesy. That's the whole point, you doo-doo heads. Ed Hardy is fromagey and hedonistic and naughty and badass and the ultimate crime in the world of haute fashion. Ed Hardy is fun! End quote.
Oh my God, I think that might be one of my favorite quotes ever.
I know, fromagey.
Fromagey, yeah, it's pretty great. And that he said doo-doo head.
I know. And he's just this like...
And he's the fucking the creative ambassador at large for Barney's. It's just so great.
And he said doo-doo head. I'm going to... I want to start saying, instead of like cursing, I want to start using terms like that like mean the same thing, but are just like so preschool.
That are like, very 9-year-old chic. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Well, yeah. So like all that said, I mean, that we pretty much led you to the end, the rise and the fall of Ed Hardy. But the more that I like learned about it and like thought about it, I just had a lot of questions like, for the end here. So
okay. But we're going to open it up to conversation now.
Yeah, we're going to talk. Yeah, like we haven't been having a conversation.
Yeah. This is the Q&A portion of the evening.
It's just like a little bit of a philosophical kind of exercise, maybe.
I love it. Can't wait.
So, did you or anyone you know ever own anything Ed Hardy?
I did not. I'm trying to think. I think I had friends that maybe had like an Ed Hardy shirt.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Did you judge them? No, I'm just kidding.
No, because I think at the time I didn't know it was bad. Which is a philosophical question I have for you.
Okay.
Maybe I should save this for the end. No, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Did you already see it?
I think so, but ask me anyway.
Oh, okay. So do you think that we think Ed Hardy is so bad because it's subjectively bad, if it is, or do we just think it's bad because of the association of all these people with it?
No, I very strongly hate it. And I always did. I always did. I looked at it the first time I ever saw anything Ed Hardy. I remember having a visceral reaction to it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, why? Why is this a thing?
And it's not the art specifically, because you said that you do think Ed Hardy is like an artist and stuff.
But
and
in context of him making art is different.
Than
it being a article of tacky ass clothing.
And it all comes back to the problem of the 2000s for me, which is there's too much going on. I think if you took some of the designs and you like took say it's like a layered PSD file and you removed some of the layers to leave some simple artwork of like a skull or the heart with the sword in it, or like if you just left pieces of it, I think it could be okay. But it's like I saw a hat that Tara Reid's wearing. Oh my God, we didn't mention her earlier, but she was also like in the downfall when they were opening stores around the world and they were like sending her to be an ambassador. It's like, what? No. But she was wearing a hat that was like pink. It had rhinestones. It had a skull. It had glitter. And it had a fucking cheetah print bill.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? It's too much. Like, why is there's too much? It's so much.
It's so much. And that to me, it's like those elements on their own, like, are fucking cool. Like like the image of like the cheetah or whatever on its own.
Yeah.
Cool.
Could be cool.
Could be cool. Like if done properly. But in this like vomitorium of a hellscape of fashion, it was just bad. And I felt that very strongly at the time, and I still feel it now. But that said, my other question is, do you think there is any redemptive quality to the tackiness of this brand, or is it actually the worst example of fashion and art? And to tag onto that, did it help poison the early zeitgeist of the prior decades so much and so subtly that it might be partially responsible for the predicament that our country is currently in?
Ed Hardy, the brand, is responsible for Trump being elected president.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
No. Well, I think it did something that art does really well, which is at the time it reflected like the
chaos.
Like, well, or like it was the perfect summation of fashion of that time. I don't think it's responsible for it being shitty. I think it like collected it and like reflected it. Okay. So it was like, oh, because we already talked about, I like just keep coming back to this. There's too much going on. There's too many trends. They all clash against each other. But people are doing all of them at once, and it's too much. And it did that in one brand. Like it took that idea and made it into one brand and like a specific look. Yeah, it was just like a frenetic time of change. Yeah. It was the turn of the century. Like I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I haven't really thought about like what it means. I just think in terms of fashion, it did a good job of like capitalizing on just like a mishmash of things. Yeah, and you could see the pendulum swing too, because it went from that to a more like sedate, like toned down, like less is more kind of sensibility, I think. But it makes me like thinking of Ed Hardy gives me a sense memory of like smell. Yeah, there's like a really like too strong of cologne like, and it's making me like not feel great. It's like ugh. Yeah, I know. It's like it's a very sensory, like visually, and just the associations that you have with like everything. Yeah. Of a person embodying that whole look. Ugh. So yeah, I don't know. These are the things that keep me up at night when I think about Ed Hardy. So, but my last thought is that I feel bad for Don Ed Hardy, but not that bad because he made so much fucking money from this, like from licensing his artwork and imagery over and over again in his name. And he settled the lawsuit. Yeah, and he settled his lawsuit. So I like don't feel that bad for him, but like also like it's one of those things where he just had no idea how it would what was going to happen. Like in your wildest imagination, you could never, I don't know, think that it would go this wild. So I don't know. He's to me, he's a walking human allegory for the evils of capitalism. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't feel bad for him at all. I don't know.
I don't know.
I just think, like, you know.
I think he's redeeming himself by, like, being still, like, in the art community and, like, mentoring people, but, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You could throw away all of your cred, though, by doing something like this.
Yeah. Well, that's something that you have to really pay attention to. Like,
protect your reputation.
Yeah. You only have... I mean, I'm so, like, controlling. I feel like I would have a hard time doing that because I like to know. I just would want to know everything that is happening, like, that has my name on it. It's crazy that's literally his name.
Yeah.
You know, and it just got destroyed, and it's like, man, that'd be, you know, there's something motivating him that was maybe like, ooh, maybe I'll, like, become famous or whatever, too. There has to be. So, and then it just got out of hand and whatever.
Well.
He's balling. He lives in fucking Hawaii half the year.
I mean, living the dream. Like, what do you care? You know, what do you care if...
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
If anyone ever looks at your art again, it doesn't matter. You can create it for yourself.
Yeah.
And just, like, live a great life. Or you get a pseudonym.
Yeah. You could just go by Don. Don Hardy.
Yeah.
That's a dude's name.
Or, like, I wonder if you could be like Han Darty. Ron Darty.
Or go by Eddie Hard. Like, move the E sound to the end of your first name.
Oh, that's good. Or go by... Yeah, I don't know.
Well, my dad's name is Ed, and this it's just like I don't know. It's not.
Or go by Head Artie.
Head Artie is pretty good.
Well,
that's it for me. I just
same.
Really got into this. It was such a trip down memory lane, though. I gotta say,
it was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun, and you know, like I said, just burn that shit if you still have it.
Or not, whatever the fuck you want. I don't
do whatever you want.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me personally, but it's gross.
Well, I don't want anybody to be the butt of a joke, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
which we just like made the entire.
Okay, we didn't even talk about the other thing. Those shirts were expensive as fuck.
Like, so fucking expensive.
They were like $95 for a shirt, a goddamn t-shirt. It's a Hanes t-shirt with a fucking print on it. It's like,
you could literally just, like, you could probably make it at home.
You could make it, and it'll probably look the same because I don't know where to direct my eye anyway.
Yeah, it's like, well, I can't tell if it's authentic or not.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Follow us on social medias.
Yeah, at DTFU Podcast. Check out our website, dtfupodcast.com.
I wonder if anyone listened to the Patreon episode we, like, opened up to the public. I haven't even looked. But we opened one up. You could visit our Patreon. It's at patreon.com/DTFU podcast. We released a bonus episode that we recorded a while ago. It's pretty funny. It's on the Kentucky Meat Shower.
Yeah.
You can listen to that, get a feel for, like, the types of content we release behind the paywall. It'd be awesome. We'd really appreciate it if you check it out.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's all the things.
That's all the things, I think. Yeah. Thanks for listening, as always. Yeah. You know, wear whatever you want, do whatever you want. Yeah. You be you. We love you no matter what.
Yeah, we love you. We don't care what you wear.
No.
But we won't talk to you in person or sit next to you if you're wearing Ed Hardy. So just keep that in mind.
God damn it.
I'll pretend like I don't know you. On the street. I probably don't know you, but
it's going to be a rough time. But, you know, do whatever you want.
I'll just make you turn it inside out when we go into the restaurant or whatever. You know, like.
It's great. It's great.
All right.
You guys are the best. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Yeah.
Be excellent to each other.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.